Say hey, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me is Dabby Cab over there. Dabby, first of all, I'm glad that you're surviving the weather in Dallas right now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm a little east of Dallas too. When I got this place, I didn't know that there was fucking crazy tornadoes and stuff out here. Everybody has storm cellars. I think I need to get one. But I don't want to spend 10 grand on something just to like go underground. Maybe if I could like grow some herb in it or something, but not for a storm.
Yeah, I would definitely, you'd have to repurpose it into something. You could put it, like, make a man cave in there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Well, it's
I
going to
saw
be a
you
fun.
had those Reds earlier, man. Congratulations on that. You cashed that ticket earlier with your
Yeah,
guy
I had to pull that.
Asscraft.
I had to pull that right out of my ass craft there. It was a good casher. But it's going to be an interesting day today. Shout out to everyone watching the show bright and early here. A short Wednesday card, but it's still going to be a good one here. There's still some good games. We have a debuts, and it'll be fun to talk about here. Shout out to our guy Justin McIvy, Rocco Rogers in here. Justin dropping a stacks play of the day. Athletics team total over. He's trying to go 3-0 with the stacks pods. And Justin, we'll talk about that play and that game shortly. It'll be a fun game to talk about. But let's get right into it, Dabby Cab, because we have a lot to talk about. And you're a busy man. I know you're a busy man, so let's get right into it. Dodgers Pirates and Roansy Contreras versus Tony Gonsolin here. Tony Gonsolin back in our lives. People will not let you forget that he's a cat guy either. That's all I ever see with Gonsolin on the bumps. Oh, cat guy, cat guy, cat guy. I was never a big fan of Gonsolin last year. I kind of thought it was smoke and mirrors. And he proved me wrong. He was great the whole year. And then, of course, when he got to the playoffs, he got his shit rocks. But whatever. Um, he pitched only once in the minors, and it was a good start. 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 earned runs, all 1 home run there, 7 Ks, 2 walks. But I just have a general rule of not liking backing pitchers coming off the IL. I know it's an ankle injury, so it's a little more manageable. Shout out to Peter Loshak, but not a game I wanted to back here. If anything, I'm taking the Pirates, but just an easy pass game for me to start the card here, Cab.
Pete got a hurt ankle.
No, Pete always says that he likes backing pitchers that are coming off of non-arm injuries.
Oh, just making sure. I felt bad if I had his cane and he had an ankle injury. But yeah, look, man, I'm in the same boat. I probably don't want to back him his first start back, especially because I'm sure he's on some kind of a pitch count if he only went 3 innings in his first or his minor league start. And Contreras on the other side, only a 4.57 ERA this year, but he's been a good pitcher for Pittsburgh since he started last year. I enjoyed watching him last year. He's been fun this year, and also if you look at the Dodgers, they went 16-5 in games that Tony Gonsolin started last year. So he was 12-3 through those with the 3.02 ERA, like you said. He's 12-3 with the 3.02 ERA in 32 road games. So he's just not somebody I really want to go against either. And even though LA's, they got some holes to fill, I know the thoughts out there of maybe going after Ohtani is that's what they did with their money. But their offense is still scoring 5.5 runs per game. They're second in home runs and sixth in OPS. So they're still good.
Yeah, no, they are. And last year, Tony Gonsolin saw the Pirates dominate him, 5 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs there. And we talked about how the offense for the Dodgers has taken a step back, but they're still second against righties OPS plus wise, 126 weighted runs created plus wise, I should say, and then 116 weighted runs created plus for the last 2.5 weeks or so. So it's still really good, still a really good team. So shout out to them. I have a yawn that I'm just fighting right now, Kev. I'm fighting this yawn. I almost took a pre-show nap, and I'm just battling right now.
That's lame as hell.
I'm a lame person, Cap. I'm a lame
Splash
person.
some water on your face. Wake up.
Well, Cap, we'll talk about this at the end of the show. I'm going to do something I've never done before while I'm in Austin. So we'll talk about that.
You can come out of the closet.
No, everyone knows that already. Everyone knows that. You're the last one to know about that, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Let's go Astros versus Rays. That's why I almost kissed you in the head.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, Sonny.
Astros versus Calvin. Apparently his name is not Foucher. It's it's like Fauché or something like that. So it sounds very French. So we'll just call him Calvin here. Hunter Brown versus him here. Astros, Rays, and again, those pesky Rays, man. I need to double check the scores really quick, but I think they still just have not lost at home, and they're just that fucking good. Actually, no, they're 14-1. I lied there. I'm a big fat liar. I forgot about Luis Garcia dominating yesterday. They lost their first game at home, and they're going to come back here. I would be surprised at all if they won this game. But I just hate betting bullpen games, Cap. I really do. And Hunter Brown, we all know, is going to be a really good pitcher, but I would rather back him at home than on the road right now. And apparently not in the most fearsome place to play this year. So easy pass for me here, Cab. What do you think?
I got really close to taking the Astros plus money in the first 5 here. I mean, Tampa Bay's been terrific. You can't go against that, especially at home this season. I think, losing Springs, though, is going to have like a flow issue for them. Stop fucking yawning, dude. God, I wish I
got
could
it out. I got it out. I needed to get it out. It's out. We're ready to go.
God, somebody needs to poke something in there next time you yawn.
Yeah, I need some fucking energy, apparently. I'm sorry.
Anyways, yeah, I think the lineup, they're gonna have a little bit of flow issues with Springs gone. And they're gonna need to fill that, but obviously it's Tampa Bay. It's not a team that I'm just rushing to the window to go against. I'm just a big Brown fan. I think Hunter Brown's gonna be terrific going forward. I think this is a good game where he'll have a little bit of a bounce back because Atlanta put up 4 runs on him, but it's Atlanta, so what? The 2 starts before that were electric, both 7 innings, no runs. I think even with Tampa Bay's offense as hot as it is, I think it's a good opportunity to back a good pitcher. Obviously the better pitcher in the situation with Brown, but I'm not betting it. So I almost got there, but I didn't bet it.
Yeah, it's a tough game. I just can't get there at the end of the day. Like I said, bullpen games always just put me off, honestly. I just never want anything to do with them. So I pass easily there. Let's move on here, Dabby Cap. All right. Seattle Mariners, Philadelphia Phillies. And I've talked about this before, how the Mariners are just a team that is just hard for me to cap for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. And it's just always against, if they're not playing in the division, I never know what to do with them. And I maybe have a higher inflated ego of the Mariners, and they just never seem to come to play. Their offense hasn't been that great this year. Now we've got Logan Gilbert, who had to take a day off yesterday because he had some shoulder, issues. And Cab, you're a pitcher. We talked about how you're better than 80% of the major leaguers in the league right now. You've had shoulder issues, I'm sure. It's not a position you want to be in as a pitcher, and not somewhere.
Stop saying that, because people that are new to tuning in are going to think that I actually said some dumb shit like that.
Well, no, that's what you said to me before the show. You actually reiterated it to me again. You said, and I quote, "I'm actually better than Taijuan Walker. The Phillies should pick me up."
Okay, whatever you say.
That's what you said, actually, Cab.
Well, I mean, we got the facility. We need to come create some content. We'll see. I think I'll just be good against the PSR crew. I'll pitch good against you guys. That's enough for me now.
Okay, fair. By the way, Carlos Garcia, Padres -1 is his reverse cowgirl play of the day. So shout out to him, Carlos Garcia, who obviously fucks.
That's a sex position, by the way, Jose.
I don't know what position that is, but I was thinking of the Cowgirls go Oklahoma State. But Cab, what do you think of this game? I'm passing on this game. I would much rather be on the Taijuan Walker Phillies here. Maybe a team total, just because of that shoulder thing that Logan Gilbert's got going on right now. So it's a tough game for me to bet here.
It is, man. Gilbert's faced Philly just one time. He gave up 4 runs in 5 innings. That was May last year. Walker's never faced Seattle here, so you don't have much to go off at all. I think Philly's obviously been the better offense, especially of late. So it's a very tough game here. Probably lean Philly. I like Philly here, probably at even money. I'm just not betting this game either.
Yeah, I honestly, Philadelphia team total over 3.5 -125. I definitely don't hate that. I was hoping for a 1.5 at a decent price for the first 5 innings, but it's at -145. And unfortunately, I'm not Peter Loshak. I don't take that juice. However, I do look like him on occasion.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Huh?
Shout out to the Juice King, Pete Rose. All right, let's talk about our next game here. Nationals Mets. A very interesting game. Kodai Senga versus Mackenzie Gore. Good pitching matchup. Kodai Senga has given up 4 earned runs in his last 2 starts. But I mean, he's still been good. They still won all of his starts, right? I mean, it's kind of tough to say he's been struggling. 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs there against the Giants at the Giants and against the Oakland A's of all people. 4 2/3, 7 hits, 4 earned runs there, and a 17-6 win. You'll remember that as the game that the Oakland A's walked everyone and their moms in that game. I passed on this game just because I don't trust the Nationals offense, I should say. I like Mackenzie Gore a lot, and I'll probably be backing him and Josiah Gray at many points. But yesterday, I should have backed Josiah Gray. I didn't. Today, it feels like I kind of have to back Mackenzie Gore, and then when I do, it's going to be one of those starts like, oh, well, of course he struggles against a good New York Mets offense. So I'm passing here as well. There's not that many cards. Play on this card. I do have at least one, and we'll get there hopefully.
But you don't have to have a lot of bets, man. I've been having some days I'll have 3 or 5, but a lot of days I've been having just one. You just find one really good spot that you like and hammer the shit out of that.
Well, there you go. And by the way, Danielson's double dicking pod, Nationals first 5, plus 165. Senga has not had a lot of good quality starts, and the Mets are not so impressive against lefties. So shout out to the double dicking pod there. Shout out to Danielson there. What do you have on this one, Cab?
Yeah, I mean, he's been all right. His ERA is right above 4.29, or that's where it's at right here, but 3-0. They show up for him. 2 of his 4 starts, he held opponents to 1 run. The other 2 outings gave up the 4 runs, like you said. There's been holes, and Gore, he's coming off his worst outing here. Gore is. He allowed 3 runs on 3 hits in 6 innings. So if that's his worst outing of the season, he's been doing great. But this is just not a Washington team. Like, I know you've been backing them this season. They're like your favorite team to bet on. I'm not a big fan of this team here. I can't bet Washington. Probably lean them at this price. Probably where the value is at. I'm not betting it.
Well, I love backing Josiah Gray, and before yesterday, he had a combined 0 runs of support in his last 3 starts.
That's not good.
That's not ideal. No, it was like 1-0, 2-0, 4-0 losses, and then of course
I was about to say there's nothing you can do about that, but I guess you could not bet on the Nationals.
Well, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, last time, and of course 5-0 Nationals win. Very classic. It's very classic. I love it. I love it. All right, let's move on here because I want to get to my guy Justin's game here, but we have to do our due diligence. Let's get through all these games first. Miami Marlins, Atlanta Braves, Sandy Alcantara back on the bump here, back in our lives. It's tough to back him right now, Cab. We all know he's good. He was amazing last year, reigning Cy Young Award winner, but coming off of 2 really shit starts. 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned against the Arizona Diamondbacks, who have been hitting squad teams, but just, not that great. And then the Philadelphia Phillies, who historically just own them, 9 earned runs. We remember there coming off of the complete game before that. Honestly, I thought about taking a Braves team total here at a lower price. But I looked at his career numbers against the Braves. He's pitched pretty well against them. I think it was 3 starts last year. 2 of them were domination. The last one was like 5 2/3, like 4 earned runs there. So I ended up passing here. And Bryce Elder's been good this year. I'm pretty shocked. I shouldn't be shocked, really, because we talked about how the Braves always have one of these young pitchers just come out of the ground and be really good for them. Last year it was Kyle Wright. The year before that it was Mr. Strider, blah, 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 all that good shit. So it's just been wild to see how the Braves do this, but I'm passing on this game as well. 2 offenses that right now against righties I don't want to back.
Yeah, I think that the Braves team total's not a bad look here. I don't see how it's tough to fade the Braves. Won 9 of their last 13 games, 4 of their last 7 home games. They're obviously playing well offensively. They put up 20 runs in their last 4 home games. I don't see any reason why. This isn't the team for Sandy to get right against. Do I think he can get right? Yeah, of course I do. It's just not. This isn't the team that you do it against. And you said it. He's struggled in his recent starts. He gave up 10 runs against the Braves in his last 3 starts against them. So I don't think this, like I said, I don't think this is a good spot for him to get right here. So I'd only look at the Braves here. Maybe take him first 5 on the run line, or maybe take the team total full game.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's just weird that we're betting on Bryce Elder against Sandy Alcantara, huh? Just fucking weird.
Yeah, well, I'm not betting it, so but that's what I would bet if you gave me a couple free bets. I'd probably go with the team total. I have a bet I like tonight, and like I said, you don't have to have a lot of bets, man. Find a spot that you like and hammer it.
I'm just glad I cashed that fucking Reds bet earlier today, so we can at least be on the board already, thankfully. So a pass there as well, unfortunately for us. Baseball card a little thin today, as everyone's seeing, but it's all right. Padres Cubs our next game, and I want to talk about this game in particular because we know the Padres are struggling and the Cubs are just red hot. And is it just another day where we're taking the Cubs? I am obviously a little concerned. Michael Wacha coming off of a really poor 2 starts, 5 earned runs against the Diamondbacks, 7 earned runs against the Brewers. All of his metrics this year were saying that he was going to regress. Again, that's kind of why all the teams were kind of hesitant on getting him. The Padres said, fuck it, we need arms, we need bodies, we need innings. Let's take Michael Wacha. And who knows what Wacha will get here today. So, honestly, I've just been leaning Cubs here the whole time, but it's tough to back Drew Smiley coming off of 7 2/3, 1 hit, almost a perfect fucking game. So it's just a tough game for me to get behind on a bet here. Cubs against righties last 2.5 weeks, third, 128 weighted runs created plus, full season 118 fifth. It's just a Cubs team that I've liked going into the preseason. I continue to like them, and I don't know if I can just trust them enough. I don't know what my problem is here. I just like the Cubs a lot here, and I'm a little hesitant. Cap, what do you think?
I was staring at this line, and the books they were having trouble putting out the team totals on this game, and I told myself before it came out, I said if I get the 3.5 on the Padres, I'm going to bet it, and I got it. So I got the 3.5 on the team total with the Padres. It was minus 122, so I paid just a little bit of juice for it here. Look, I'm not looking to back Wacha here. He's given up 12 runs in his last 2 starts, 15 in his last 3. And the Padres, their offense has been absolutely terrible. You can look across the board. Soto's not hitting. Machado's hitting like 220. Tatis is like 187 since he's been back. I will say this: he's hitting like 187. He does have now just 1 hit, and he's getting four at bats a game, 4 or 5. But he's got a hit his last 4 games. He had a home run a couple ago, so he's starting to turn it on a little bit. And these guys like Machado and Soto, they're not somebody who like had a breakout season and now they're in a slump. There's somebody who have had like seasons of like consistent hitting and they're in a slump right now. They will come around. And I'm not betting it because I assume they're going to come around. I'm betting it because I think a 3.5 is a gift. If you look at since Tatis has been back, they've had 2 goose eggs. Yesterday they didn't put up any runs. A couple games ago they didn't put up any runs, but the other games it's been 5, 6, and 7. I don't have it in front of me, but they've hit this total. I think this is a good spot where you're getting all 9 innings. So no matter what, you're getting every at bat here. You're getting 27 outs, and I think 3.5 is a good number. So I took that.
Yeah, I'll probably stay off then. An easy stay off game then for me. The wind's kind of blowing in as well. Well, it's blowing to left field, to third base, I guess, more likely. So it's a 9 mile an hour is dying down a little bit throughout the game. Just nothing I want to be on, I guess, in that game. And it's sad because I have liked backing the Cubs this year so far. So let's move on to the game that has been popping in the chat. Shout out to Justin. His stacks play of the day is Oakland team total over 3.5. And Justin, guess what? I am joining you on that play. I'm on the team total over 3.5 as well here. The A's against lefties, that will be just a trend that we'll talk about here for a little bit. And we'll just have to keep betting it until maybe books realize that the Oakland A's can somehow hit lefties. And I like Patrick Sandoval a lot. Everyone knows that, but he's coming off of a season worst performance at New York, 5 earned runs there in 4 innings. Even against the Red Sox, when I watched him, he was kind of like teetering. It was only kind of like 1 pitch away from disaster. And the A's numbers are real. 152 weighted runs created plus in the last 2.5 weeks against lefties. full season, 123 weighted runs created plus, fifth. I mean, I like this game a lot. I'm taking Oakland team total over 3.5 there with Justin. So shout out to you, my guy. I'm on that play with you.
Yeah. I don't hate it, man. They had the 5 home run performance. I don't expect anything like that out of the A's again, because that's kind of like luck at best for this team. They've got the rookie pitcher making his big league debut in this contest, which is why I don't hate the team total. I damn sure wouldn't back a rookie making his first start, especially this guy, because he's had some control issues, a lot of wild pitches in the minors. I don't see any reason why he'd have a ton of confidence coming in this based on his minor league career performance. So maybe a spot to look at an over on the full game. If you like the A's, maybe just take the full game over also. I wouldn't hate that. And anybody who's backing, Sandoval first 5, maybe -1, I get that too.
And we'll talk about Luis Medina here. And you're kind of right about his minor league numbers. 3 starts. Last start, 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs. 4 of them got across while he was on the mound. 4 Ks, 5 walks. Brutal. His start before that was excellent. 4 innings, 2 hits, no earned run, 6 Ks, 1 walk. That 1 walk was actually hit by a pitch, so whatever. But his first start of the year, 2 1/3, no hits, 1 earned run, 1 K, 3 walks. It's just walks. So I'll be interested to see if they just tell him throw strikes, my man, and let that shit eat and see what happens. But I don't want to back him here either. This line has jumped up. It's +200, -240 now for the Angels as well. So I'm very interested to see how this game just goes. I like Patrick Sandoval a lot, like I've mentioned, and this might be another case of me fading one of my favorite pitchers in the league here. But the A's numbers against lefties, I think, are too good to pass up at 3.5, to be honest.
I get it. Yeah. Well, that's why I was saying I think Rocco hit it. He said the first 5 over, maybe be a look there. I think that might be. I think after everything we talked about and everything we broke down, if you gave me a free bet on this game, first 5 over is what I'd take.
Yep, I've got it over 5, which is a shitty part. That's why I'm not betting that. And by the way, first 5 team total over 1.5 at -135 for the Oakland A's as well. I like that a lot. Not going to make that official, but I do like that a lot. All right, next game on our slate and the very last game on our slate. We appreciate everyone for coming and watching these short Wednesday shows. Everyone hit the like button while you're here. As always, we appreciate that. Let's talk Cardinals versus the Giants here. Steven Matz versus Anthony Disclafani here. Shout out to Nutflush, man, because he is the king of betting on the Giants, and he knows when to bet the Giants perfectly. And he said earlier today to wait and see the Giants lineup. The Giants might be cashing here today. So
he said that today.
Yes, he said that today as well. And by the way, who was the guy with the mic play again, Cab?
Come on, bro.
It was Primetime 99. Primetime.
There
99.
you go. See, somebody we know too. Don't fucking put me on the spot like that. Asshole.
I forgot. Sorry. Your mic started freaking out there for a second, so it made me remind myself.
Just now?
Yeah, just now. It was freaking out a little bit, but shout out to Primetime 99. I hope you're in the chat somewhere. We need the mic play. We need 2 now. We need 2 winners to get Cab a new mic, so you better be out there, guy. Mats against the Giants is just not something I want to back. I'll be honest here, Cab. I know the Giants have struggled against lefties, but we've seen in the last couple of days them hitting certain lefties well. So why do I want to do that? It's Giants or pass here because I've liked Disco and what he's done throughout the year. 4 earned runs his last start against the Mets. I think that's kind of excusable. Last time before that, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned at the Detroit Tigers. Good start there, I think. And then 6 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run at the Kansas City Royals. So I ultimately, shout out to Carlos Garcia. I'm passing here as well, but I'll rock with my one play here and then see how it goes.
There you go, bro. See, man, we got one on different games here. It's no big deal. A couple bets. That's chances to hammer. Everybody gets their information. That's all that matters, man. San Francisco doesn't hit that well at home. It's a obviously probably a product of the park here. We talk about how the winds swirl inside of it. And their numbers against left-handed pitching are not great. You touched on that also. Cardinals haven't won with Mats here this season. They're going to win eventually. That's not the type of thing we bet, but they've got to. This is a tough spot here in this game. If Nutflush says he leans with the Giants, then that's the only way I could look at it. I was kind of leaning the other way, but like I said, I wouldn't go against Nutflush, man. The Cardinals offense does have a chance here. Discofani, he's been good this year, but he's came down to earth a little bit his last two starts, and I'm not so sure we don't see more of that here. But, yeah, I'm not on this game either. Maybe an over also, and I don't like that I'm seeing overs on the board.
Shout out to Jimmy. He bet a lot of unders today, and I just cannot bet unders to save my life this year. So, shout out to him, man. I'm a big overs guy right now, so we'll figure out all this shit.
Balls flying, man. People are getting in rhythms.
Yeah, the balls are absolutely flying. I can tell you fucking that's for sure. Nutflush, he said earlier this morning just to look out for the Giants lineup, and he had a bunch of money emoji faces beside it. And it made me feel like he might be on the Giants today in like a team total or fashion or some sort of way like that. So we'll see. There's no confirmed lineups yet, so we'll see how that goes. But I pass on the game pretty easily. I just a little worried to go against Nutflush Allen when he's on his favorite team. So no thanks. It's not like when I'm betting the Red Sox.
It's not a winning formula.
Yeah, it's the absolute opposite of me betting the Red Sox. I'll bet the Red Sox whenever. Nutflush is very selective. So there we go. And by the way, Bo Jackson saying the balls are juice. I did not see you tag me in that picture yesterday, Bo, but I will look again here on my Twitter.
I do know that Jose, you tag him in pictures of balls, though.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. That was an easy layup. There you go. Dabby Cab, everyone. He'll be here all week. Dabby Cab. All right, Dabby Cab. Let's review our plays and get out of here. I have a lovely car ride to the capital of this shithole state that we live in, and it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Just a good day of baseball, a good night of baseball, and some playoff games will be fun to watch here. For me, my card today I already cashed. Reds first 5. Thank God. Thank you, Graham Ashcraft, the Ashman. And I am only moving on one play, and that is the Stacks pod as well. Oakland team total over 3.5. I'm getting a -125 for that. And that is my card only. 2 plays. Dabby Cab, what do you want?
I got the Padres, man. Team total over 3.5. It was like -122 when I bet it earlier. It might have moved, but I still endorse it. I endorse it up to a 4, because obviously I think they're getting 4. I wouldn't have fucking bet it. I just think it's a good number. I know Drew Smyly's been good. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm not even saying the Padres are going to win the game, but I think 3.5 is a good number to bet their team total. So that's what I'm on.
Oh, and I'll mention the lean real quick. Since we're all about team totals right now, Phillies team total also at -125. Another lean for me there. I don't like going against my guy, Logan Gilbert, but he's had some shoulder issues that pushed him back a day, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that all affects him. So, Cab, thank you so much for joining me on these lovely Tuesdays. I said Tuesdays. It's Wednesday. It's a lovely time talking to you as always. Where can the people find you next?
Oh, we got our live show on Friday. So, and if you're going to be in the playback on Thursday, I'll hop in there with you also. So,
yeah, we're actually doing something a little different for the playback. We're doing NFL draft on the playback. So we'll be watching that unfold. As a Jets fan, I actually care about football now. So it's going to be a fun evening of NFL draft,
There you go. So tomorrow there, and then Friday, the live bet stream, where last week, shout out to Razor. I bet one horse and it was a 9-1 that I tailed him on. We hit it. That shit's fun, especially when you make money.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's more fun watching these streams when you make money. I can tell you that is a fucking fact. Yes, and Dabby Cab mentioned we'll be on the playback live Thursday, NFL draft this time. We'll be on 15 minutes before the draft, I think we'll say. But it's on playback.tv, and it will be playback.tv/Pub Sports Radio. Sign up. It's a whole lot of fun. It's pretty easy to use as well. I've had people just say that all they had to do was sign in with their Gmail, and they just got right in. They could watch the games with us on screen, so it'll be a whole lot of fun. It'll be a whole lot of fun. Dabby, by the way, do you have any NFL draft bets? You do that?
No. College football, college basketball, and the MLB. That's it. I stay in my lane. I like to make money. I don't do this shit for fun.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I do. I do in fact like betting for fun.
I'll
Rocco,
do a few NFL bets and I'll do a few prop bets with the NBA, but that's about it.
yeah, and you know what was funny last week's playback went to shit because fucking Texas is shit and we lost power. I lost power last Thursday, so this Thursday it will go swimmingly. Rocco, I can promise you that. I'll be in Austin and hopefully the Wi-Fi up there is pretty good. So let's close this out. Dabby Cab, any final words for the viewers in the chat? Do you want to tell them maybe a list of pitchers that you're better than in the major leagues? We can start with Zach Gallen.
No, Zach Gallen's pretty good, but Padres team total 3.5. I'll give you that again because that's the bet that I'm on tonight. So cash a fucking ticket with me. How about that?
Hey, how about that? Dabby Cab, better than Drew Smiley. You heard it here first. Thanks everyone for watching. Rocco, Bo, Carlos, Lil Domo, appreciate you, my guy. Man Bear Pig, all you guys. Nunya, appreciate you. T Mac, Danielson, all you guys appreciate all you guys watching. Hit the like button on your way out. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Jimmy the Bag on Betting with the Bag, breaking down the whole baseball card then and the playback this Thursday night. NFL draft. Going to be a whole lot of fun. Don't forget to say hey to us on social media. We'll see you guys next time.